Guys, this is section B that was in your previous syllabus. Like before 2022 you have or you had this section, but after 2022 you are not, mean in your exam you are not expecting these type of the questions. If you feel comfortable, you can solve these questions for your practice. Otherwise, these type of the questions are not going to be asked in your exam, so keep that in mind. We are just solving for the sake of practice. So in which pairs do both species have the same number of electrons? So you can see both of these isotopes are the isotopes of each other, and isotopes always have same protons and electrons, so this option is correct. Then one negative means, as we calculated in our previous question, the chloride ion has 18 electron, the argon also has 18 electrons, so mean this option is also correct. Then argon 18, K positive, we also calculated in above part, the potassium ion has 18 electron, so all of them has 18 electrons, mean all the options are correct. In this scenario, A will be our right choice, mean option suggestion 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. Next, then he says that beams of charged particles are deflected by an electric field. So again, this is just information but not related. Here it is helpful. He says in an experiment, protons are deflected by an angle of 15 degree. Remember, protons are heavier than electrons and are oppositely charged as well. So in another experiment, under identical conditions, particle Y is deflected by an angle of -5. So it means what we are going to do, protons are deflected positively, electrons are deflected negatively, but with lesser degree of angle Y because of their smaller mass, and neutrons are passing straight without any deflection, so keep that in mind. If we have one proton, mean they are deflecting positive 15. If we have two electrons, so we can suppose that their deflection is lesser than protons but in negative way. So there are two, let we consider one electron is deflected by 10, so it two total it will be 20, so the answer is -5. Clear? So mean we can say option suggestion A is correct. In suggestion 2 he says 3 protons, mean 3 times 15, this will be plus 15 plus 45, so it is plus 45, but there are 5 electrons. As I said, one electron is going to be deflected by -10, so it will be -50. This will also give us the answer of -5. But in, so we can say this suggestion is also correct. But in suggestion 3 we cannot say that, because 4 times 15 it will be plus 60, but only one electron, mean -10, giving us what, plus 50. So this is not giving the right option or right degree of the angle, which is -5 for the particle Y. So 1 and 2 suggestions are correct in this case. Next, so question 15 says, in 2011 an international group of scientists, again, so this is just a statement, I'm ignoring that. This is the information related to the flerovorium and livermorium. So these are the two elements, and he says that this information, one atom of Lv has one more neutron than one atom of Fl. If I subtract this from this, so the answer, let me subtract, and if you guys have the calculator you can use that. So 289 minus 114, so answer is 175. Okay, it has more neutrons, so we are just trying to find the neutrons, either it is one more or less, so we have to subtract these two. So we will get 292 minus 116, so 176. Yes, so the answer is suggestion A is correct, because LV has one more neutron than FL. Then 1 Fl2 negative. When this has 2 negative charge, mean the electron becomes 116 because of the gain of 2 electron. Then he says has the same number of electron as one atom of LV. Yes, it is 116, and after gaining 2 electron it will be 116. So this suggestion is also correct. Now going for the third suggestion. And in the third suggestion he says 1 LV positive, mean 1 LV positive, it has 116 earlier, one loss of electron, it approaches to 115. Same number of electron as FL1 negative, so FL has 114 protons, mean 114 electrons. 1 negative mean 1 electron is gained, so it is 115. So yes, both are same, so we can say suggestion 3 also correct. Then X is a particle, so we are solving question 16 now. X is a particle with 18 electrons and 20 neutrons. What could be the symbol of X? So when it has 18 electrons and 20 neutrons, so symbol, it could be argon, because it has 18 electrons and has 20 neutrons. This could be the symbol, because 20 protons, 20, so it's not talking about proton, just electron, neutron. Okay, so after subtracting 2 electron it will be 18, and after subtracting the proton from nucleon we got 20. Okay, so this could be the right choice, and as well as this could be the right choice, because this will give us 18 electrons and 20 neutrons. So all of these particles contains 18 electrons and 20 neutrons. That is why we can say all the options are correct. Next question, again we have to use the data booklet, mean we have to use the periodic table. So he says that which statement about the phosphide ion and the chloride ion are correct? Both of them has 18 electrons. Both of them has 18 electron. One, that is correct. So they have the same number of electron. That suggestion is correct. They have the same number of neutron. Let we subtract, and I think it's not, because if I subtract the 35 and 17, which is the atomic number of chlorine, this will give us 18. Whereas if I subtract the 15, which is the atomic number of phosphorus, we will get 16. So this suggestion is not correct. And whenever, remember the situation, if you go for A, B, C and D, you can easily say that the option A, B, C all contains 2, all contains suggestion 2. So whenever this suggestion 2 is incorrect, the only option we left with is D. So in this scenario we say only one suggestion or first suggestion is correct. Let me discuss the third one. He says they have the same number of protons. So not, because they are entirely different elements. Different elements do have different atomic numbers, protons, not the same one. Okay, so proceeding. Next he says the technetium, which atomic mass is 99, which is an isotope and is radioactive as well. So what he's talking about, he says which statement about an atom of technetium are correct? It has 13 fewer protons than neutron. For this purpose we need to find its atomic number. Technetium, let we find where technetium is. So you can see here, this is technetium, okay, with the atomic number 43. Just keep it in mind, it has atomic number 43. So if I subtract 99 minus 43, what answer I got? 99 minus 43, so it's 56. And the suggestion says that it has 13 fewer protons. So now we got 56 neutrons. If I subtract its atomic number, which is again 43. So if I subtract, is it 13 or not? So if it is 13, yes, then I can say it has 13 fewer. So 56 minus 43, yes, 13. So suggestion 1 is correct. So I'm repeating, or I'm explaining again. He says that it has 13 fewer protons. So as its atomic number is 43, whereas the neutrons are 56, indicating there are 13 less protons than the neutrons. Okay, so this is correct. It forms 99 technetium 2 plus charge, which has 45 electrons. So remember, 2 plus indicates the loss of electron, not the gain of electron. So electrons are lost, so then total electron becomes 41 instead of 45. So again suggestion 2 is not correct, and when the suggestion 2 is not correct, then only 1 is correct. So although if we go for the suggestion 3, it has 56 nucleons, which is wrong. Why? The nucleon number is 99, not 56. 56 are neutrons. These are what? Neutrons, not nucleon. So there is a difference in nucleon and neutrons. Question 19, and luckily, if you see, this question 19 is exactly the same as question 15. The only difference you can find is this name. Okay, is the name of the element. This is unquarium and then unhexium. So but exact information and the options are what? The same. So the right option, all are correct, as we discussed earlier. You can go back and you can review the question again, but these questions are 100% same with just the change in the name. Then he says, which statement are correct when referring to the isotope of single atom? So generalize. The isotopes have different masses. Yes. Isotopes have different number of neutrons. Yes. Isotopes have different chemical reactions. Wrong. Why? As we discussed, the chemical properties, chemical reaction means chemical properties, they depend on the same protons and electron, and as they are same, so they are not different. So only suggestion 1 and 2 are correct. So this is the mark scheme.